joy. When we heard those words on that day, do you remember the feeling, the overwhelming feeling that change was permeating the air? It seemed at that moment, that seemingly normal moment, that we as Americans had realized not only the dream that Dr. King had so eloquently planted in our hearts in 1963, but that the true essence of what our nation's founding fathers had sought through their revolutionary acts was coming to be. Freedom. Freedom from tyranny and injustice, opportunity and access. Oh, things didn't change overnight. Didn't change overnight, but they sure felt like they did. And that feeling swept over all of us. And for the first time, many of us rested. Yeah, we finally rested. We rested so much that those around us, the pundits and the intellectuals and the cultural critics, began to tell us that we were experiencing a post-racial society. They painted to us this post-racial dream that we were experiencing. And so many of us, we slept and we rested. We stopped telling the stories of our ancestors and the struggles and what we had come over. We rested. We rested until we were jolted out of our post-racial slumber on February 26, 2012. It was on that day when 17-year-old Trayvon Martin lay mortally wounded after being confronted for doing something wrong. For Trayvon, a seemingly innocent moment, just a moment where he took a trip to a store to get a bag of Skittles and a Snapple. That moment for him turned into a confrontation with death. And once again, we had to endure hearing another black mother cry out, "I want them to see what they've done to my baby." Trayvon, like Emmett and Timothy Thomas, reminded us of the danger in resting. And over the next 6 years, the voice of Ella Baker would erupt from our past and mix with the blood that drenched the land and cautioned us not to rest. Don't rest, children, because the water is being troubled. Don't rest, because the blood is still fresh on the leaves of those southern trees. Don't rest, because the prize, although we thought we had it, had not been attained. Don't rest, because there's still work to do. And every night since 2012, we have watched as stories and carnage has unfolded. And the list has grown longer and longer. Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Sandra Bland, Ayanna Jones, John Crawford, Sandy Bose, Philandra Castile, and this past weekend, Jamel Robertson. Until the killing of black men and women, black mothers, sons, and daughters is as important as the killing of white men and women. white mothers, sons, and daughters. We cannot rest. We should not rest. Please welcome to the stage my sister, Siri Imani from Tribe.
There have always been a couple situations I've never wanted to prepare for. But every day I wake up black in America, I get scared a little bit more. Pictures of faces with features like mine. First thing on the news to wake up to. I wonder what kind of effects it has on my mind. Yours too. How do you teach a nation desensitization? Easy. You traumatize them. Over and over. Until they're past the point of feeling, past the point of hurting, and past the point of healing. However, if I go, I need my city to know that I have no intention on leaving quiet. Because if I die in police custody, I swear Cincinnati will reign for every year I walk the streets, washing away whatever's left of the inner city corruption that claimed my last breath. If I die in police custody, leave a poem of mine on the corner of every street. As a reminder to all to never let the cycle repeat or allow any of our children to be silenced like they did me. If I die in police custody, don't let them tell you I would want peace. Because all I ever wanted was justice, and all I ever wanted was accountability for monsters that prey on the souls of minorities. So, if I die in police custody, don't just march in my name. Nah, destroy and rebuild in my name. Show them how you really feel in my name. Get loud in my name, and burn this shit down in my name. Let them know that I was here. And now that I'm gone, it will never be the same. I need you to let them know that my immortality is secured and this city's refused will forgive my name. I die in police custody. Surround my mother with love. Remind her as much as you can that I died for something bigger. And when she's ready, hand her a mic and let her really pull the trigger. If I die in police custody, I want a platform for all of my mentees to stand on. So CPD can see whose futures they're taking from. Because my death is not just another human taking their last breath. No, my death will be a domino effect. My death will be the spark ignited from Forest to Finley Park. Every one of my connections turned into an immediate weapon, and I can see my tribe go a 007 side note. If I die in police custody, play NWA at my funeral and let Chuck D read my eulogy, because being a radical was never new to me, only true to me, and I want to leave exactly how I came in. Through whatever portal I fell in, an unapologetic big bang of black rebellion. But of course, if I die in police custody, it'll turn me from a martyr to a menace in 15 minutes. Dig up third grade dirt to bury me deeper in this earth, but you won't let me. Because if I die in police custody, my people won't turn to the media for truth. We'll turn to each other the way we used to. Because even if one dies, the tribe is going to live on in you, my people. They won't turn to the media for truth. We'll turn to each other the way we used to. Because if one dies, the tribe lives on for you. My death can't be desensitized. Don't organize. And you'll feel the heat from the fire in every one of their eyes, because this is not the generation you can scare. Distract or wipe out. Because 10 more lights turn on for whenever one goes out, stronger than before and smarter without a doubt. So if I die in police custody, just know that the cycle will repeat. If my soul doesn't make it through reincarnation somehow, my ideas will. In the form of another mind at another time not far from now. A golden child whose soul is wild and might not need taming. Whose energy will be enough to unite us all in ways beyond explaining when we know it. And it will be felt that this is what we need to protect. So say I leave this stage today, and an officer claims my life tonight. I surrender and send a soul to the city of light. If I leave this stage today, and an officer claims my life tonight, I surrender my soul to the city of light.